Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make this video real quick. Over here to the right is ghost.org. This is what I use for my newsletter and blog. As you can see right here, these are all the ones that I posted already. And the reason I'm showing this is so you can see that this one was posted yesterday. And then over here I have my terminal open with PowerShell, and I'm already in the directory of the agent that I've built. So in order to get AI into it, I'm just going to type Gemini because I'm going to use Gemini. I've got Claude in here and GPT, which is Codex, and another one called Abacus, which is really neat. So just give it a second. Okay, so now we are in Gemini, and so we're in our directory, and we're in my blog. And so all I'm going to do from here is I'm going to just say create me 5 blogs with images for growing, we'll say for growing a following for locals, for local communities. And then we'll just say to make sure they are at least, make sure they're at least 2,000 plus words, and include, I'll just say and include a plug to my, create a plug to my workspace at the end of each one. So yeah, at the end of each one. So create me 5 blogs with images for growing a following for local communities. Make sure they are at least 2,000 plus words and include a plug to my workspace at the end of each one. We'll just try that one. Then we're just going to hit enter. And so right now what it's doing is it's reading the file, the blog pipeline readme. This is like the skill markdown that I was talking about. And this is the config, so how to write it out. It's letting us know that it's reading the documents to the style guide, file to determine. It's now reading the blog pipeline Python script file to see if it accepts additional instructions or arguments beyond the topic. And so now it's read that, and it's going to ask me some questions. I'll start by generating the first blog post on hyperlocal SEO using the blog pipeline.py script. And then it's just saying, can I execute this? And you're just going to say yes. And right here you'll see it's going to start writing. And it's using Gemini 2.0 Flash. It's in research mode, and it's currently researching and generating the article. So you can see after a minute or two what it's starting to do is, here's our step 1, it's writing the article now. Step 2 is now generating the image prompts. And then it's going to take these prompts and it's going into step 3 now, which is going to generate these images. And this part's going to take a few minutes because should be about 16 images that it's going to create depending on how many it's going to put in each one. It should be about 4 in each one. 1 top image and then like 3 throughout the blog. Okay, so where were we at? Okay, so created the images. Step 4 is going to create the SEO strategy. Step 5 is creating the social media content. And then step 6 is creating diagrams. And then it's telling us that the blog production is complete. Here's all the files that it's created. So yeah, 4 images. It's showing us the models that it used. And then we've got some next steps now. And so it's going to read its steps. And then it's going to ask me if I'll allow it to execute it. I'm just going to say now allow for this session, so that way it'll just allow it. Anytime it's going to run a Python script, it's just going to automatically allow it. I don't have to do it each time. But now it's going to our next one. And so it should do this 3 more times. I'll speed this part of the video up, put it in a fast forward. Okay, welcome back. So it says I've successfully created 5 comprehensive blog posts focused on growing a following for local communities. Each post includes generated images and SEO strategy, social media content, and the requested workspace plug, Builder's Lab at the end. And so it tells us what it generated and the paths to them. So these are all saved on our local computer here. And then each blog folder includes. Alright, so now I'm going to ask it if it's pushed it. Actually, I can just refresh up here and we'll see if it did it automatically. Okay, no, so yeah, we still need to ask it. So now what we're going to do is from here, you could either go in here and proofread them if you wanted, just by opening them up, but I'm just going to have them throw them in here into my drafts because it's easier to read in there and see everything all put together. So I'm going to say push to my blog. So you can see here, it triggered it to say, I'll read the publish to ghost Python script to understand. I'll read the update and publish. And right here it says the script seems to process all blogs starting with 2026. It also attempts to remove a specific date line format. I can use this script to publish all the 5 blogs I just created. However, I should be aware that it might try to republish older blogs if they are still in the blogs directory. I'll check which folders are currently in the... to ensure I don't accidentally republish or modify old content unintentionally. Okay, so it's caught that possible error that it could make, and it's going to try not to make that, so that's cool. It's telling us that there's many older ones in here. It's going to try to publish everything. It's safer to publish only the 5 new blogs I created. I will publish. So, okay, it made a decision. It made the right decision. Awesome. And it's going to ask you right here if it's okay, and these are what it's going to publish. So these are our new ones, so we're just going to say yes. And it's running the script. Oh, check this out. It says, I forgot that I am on Windows PowerShell. It's not available or behaves differently depending on the version. The error message explicitly says the token. Okay, so it errored and figured out why. It was just letting me know. And it's saying that it should run them as separate commands. And then it goes, actually better yet, I'll run them one by one to construct a script block, but it simplest. Wait, Python might output this. I don't know what that says. And if I chain them, I might lose clarity. I'll run them sequentially in a single block using. That's cool, it's showing you its reasoning. And so the cool thing too about working with it in the terminal here is it's not like, it's reasoning within your file, so whatever skill markdowns that you put in here, or like your specific writings, it's not just like guessing, like how, like if you were using it commercially, how they normally do, or it's just kind of guessing what you want based on what's popular. Cool. So what's that again? Hold on. All 5 blogs have been successfully published as drafts to Ghost. All images, SEO metadata, and the required plugs have been included. The user can now review and publish them live from the admin dashboard. And then it's saying, I'll save the fact that we've just published these specific blogs today to memory. And so it's adding it to its Gemini MD memory file that I did. And I added this inside of this agent so that it would always know what it's done. Another cool thing that I've added to these agents when I build them is like when I say, let's call it a night, it automatically knows to run a summary. So that way when I pick up again, all I got to do is tell it to pick up where we left off, and it automatically reads that summary markdown, and then we're just right back to it. Cool, so let's refresh here and see what we got. So yeah, you can see originally we were right here yesterday, and now we've got all 5 of those drafts. I'll go ahead and go full screen here. Okay, let's get started with this one. Dominate Google Maps, hyperlocal SEO for explosive community growth. We'll go into preview mode, and here's what it gave us. This is the style I came up with. I like the 1930s kind of rubber hose cartoons mixed with today's tech in 3D. And my color schemes are this cream, black, and reds. And so here's our post. So I'll be honest with you, I used to think SEO was just for giant corporations battling for keywords like best credit card or cheap flights. I pictured endless spreadsheets, complicated algorithms, and a whole lot of wasted time. Then I opened my own small bakery. Suddenly getting found by my neighbors was everything. That's when I discovered the power of hyper-local SEO, specifically how to dominate Google Maps. Why should you care about hyper-local SEO in Google Maps? Here's the breakdown. Proximity is king. The problem, the competition is fierce. Gives real-world examples, the pain points. Another image it created. We do need to tell it to remove this, though. Or wait, actually, yeah, it needs to remove this. It shouldn't have added that. That's why it's always important to proofread them and not just do it on autopilot while you sleep, as the gurus like to say, because then you'll just have a bunch of errors like that out there. So the solution, we got another photo, again, with the error there. It stayed consistent, though, so that's really cool with the images. And then down here is my subtle plug, ready to take your hyperlocal SEO to the next level. Join the Builders Lab. So that was one of them. And if we go over here, you guys will be able to see that it's created tags for my actual newsletter. And then if we come in here into code injection, you'll see that right here it has entered all the code injection. And it has also done our metadata, so our meta title, our meta description. Our X card, same thing, description. Oops. And our Facebook card. So if you were going to share these are what they would look like, which I'm sure you guys knew that. Yeah, so that was the first one. Just kind of go through all these 3 real quick, or 5. So here's our next one. Become the mayor of your town, how to build a local brand with AI and dominate your market. So we got like our intro. Let's see, what's it say? In this article, I'll show you exactly how to implement the mayor strategy using AI tools. You'll learn how to identify your ideal local audience, create hyper-local content, automate your social media presence, leverage AI for local SEO, track your progress, and measure your ROI. Ready to become the mayor of your town? Let's dive in. That's fun. So we got pain points again, missed opportunities. That's a fun picture. So I don't think this version of Mickey Mouse, he's not copyrighted anymore, right? And they gave us our plug again, that's good. This is what it looks like in preview mode, so you can preview it. It looks a lot better. And then again, created our tag, code injection, and then our metadata. And then we've got turn social media likes into foot traffic, digital to doorstep strategies for real world attendance. I love how to start these all off with, I'll be honest with you. That might be an easy fix. And you can see here it made an error again with the images, so just kind of got to go back and riff with the AI and say, hey, fix these few things. I could also say that I don't want it to start every blog with that line. Then it starts getting repetitive. But same thing, code injection. Both had to turn one-off meetups into a loyal following. I'll be honest with you. I'd definitely take that out of there. If someone were to read all these in a row, they'd be like, this guy is really honest. Oh, that's too funny. That's neat. Yeah, it looks like it did our code injection and everything. So, I mean, it's really consistent with doing what it's supposed to do. Was that it? I think that was it. Oh, there's one more. Partnerships over ads, leveraging local businesses to grow your community. Full outreach email, that's nice. Very cool. Oh, let's make sure. Yeah, it looks like it still did all that. Awesome. So yeah, that's the agent that I've kind of accidentally built and figured out that you could just create automations right inside of your own terminal. You don't really need the N8N and Make or Zapier or anything like that. I'm gonna bring this back down, see if I can pop it back in. I want to have it fix those things. I don't know if I'll use any of these or not, but either way, I need it to fix that in the Python script. We're just gonna say, can you edit script so it's not starting every blog with I am going to be honest with you. Oh, that's too funny. But anyways, let's open up our files here, because it also was supposed to create our, let me bring this over here. It was supposed to create our social media stuff. And the social media thing I kind of recently just added to it, so I want to make sure that it's done it properly. So we're in Ghostware, I think. Yeah. That ain't it. That's from the 14th. Oh, actually, I think it lives inside each blog. So I need to just find one of these. There we go. We got all of our images. Article. Diagram. Let's see what... Oh, I think this is like the mermaid diagram. You can use like a mermaid app or something. Let's check that out, actually. That's fun. I'll just go in here. Mermaid Live Editor. Let's check this out. Alright, cool. So let's put that right in there and see if that actually did something. Oops, I need to open again. Do I have to hit enter? No. I don't think it did anything. Yeah, I don't think it did. I don't know. I guess that doesn't work. Let's just ask Perplexity. Why is this not working? Guess we're getting an extra lesson inside of here on how to use the tools to learn as you go, right? Cool, gives me a cleaned up version. Let's try that then. There we go, that's a little bit better. Not that you would really need a mermaid graph for this, but a lot of times my blogs are mainly about AI and memory and building skills and automation, so I remember now that's why I wanted it to have a mermaid graph. But what I am going to do is go back in here to Gemini once it finishes up this task right here on how it's going to write my blogs. So you can see here now it's changing the script to not be, I'll be honest with you. If you're still doing, it's changed up right here. It's rewriting all of them, so it's going to repost all of them. When it's done though, I'm going to post this, so it can fix that too and do the diagrams better. But anyway, so there's our mermaid. This is an image generation configuration. So you could take this right here too if you use like ComfyUI, or if you're using like a local model, you could plug that into there. This is the SEO. This is all the stuff that I plugged in into all that metadata. This is backlink acquisition strategies, content optimization recommendations, the social media snippets, success metrics and KPIs, track performance, track the number, regularly analyze and performance data and make adjustments to SEO strategies needed, stay up to date on the latest AI tools and local SEO techniques. And then our metadata. I need to look more into that. I didn't even know it got into that deep with it. And then here's our social post. So we got tweet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bunch of email newsletter summaries. Oh, here we go. I missed it. Here's a LinkedIn post. Stop chasing global, start ruling local. My AI-powered journey to becoming the mayor of my town. And then the tweet. So I guess I didn't do Facebook, or just did Twitter and LinkedIn and an email. But like I showed here in an example, all that stuff's really easy to fix. So that's super cool. So this is done. Okay, so yeah, check that out. So it rewrote and edited every single blog and took these 3 lines out and then added these instead. These are all different intro ideas. If you're still doing blank the old way, you're bleeding blank, or you're bleeding time and money. And then now it's writing in our style guide markdown, don't start every article with "I'll be honest with you" or similar repetitive phrases. So now that I'm going to allow this, it's no longer going to do that anymore. So it's like the more you tinker with it, the better and better it gets. Cool. Future blogs generated with the pipeline will now have much more engaging introductions. And so now really the final fix that I'm going to do is I'm going to let it know that you also had the image ideas inserted into the blogs. So remove those. And the mermaid diagram needs to be formatted like this. I don't know if it's... I'm just interrupted. Sometimes it wigs out. I don't know why it does that. But I'm going to delete these because I don't know if it redid them or not. The video's been going for 35 minutes, so if you're still with me, thank you. Sorry this has gone so long. We're going to hit refresh. Okay, yeah, so it didn't repost them. I'd have to ask it to repost them. But yeah, anyways, you can see I'll now modify blog pipeline to ensure that the image suggestion descriptions are not included. Articles, I'll also update the mermaid diagrams. As this is a common request for problematically handling, but I will await your confirmation on the exact format intended. Okay, so it's updating. But yeah, that's the blog automation. So I thought that was really cool. And let me know what you guys think. Would you use something like this? Would you try it out? I would love some feedback. But yeah, thanks for sticking around, y'all.